also already communicated by your teachers, school panel, and also from my side. So sincerely, we are instructing you to first go through the model which is linked in your phone. Last night, it is shared in the link how to answer the questions. 10 questions are given. One of the principals has given instructions and a model question paper in the WhatsApp group. Go through it once again. You are permitted up to 10 p.m. tonight. From 3 p.m. to night 10 p.m. you have to answer the questions and submit. What all you have to do, the instructions is also given. Follow the instructions. If your parents may be attended to their duties, to their work, maybe labor work or office work or company work, some work, what they are doing. They will return, however, by 7 or 8. Are you audible? Are you audible? Students, please respond.
Yes,
I am audible
yes,
to you all. Yes, I am audible. Okay. Keep in mind, before 10, you have to complete the test. Again, it will not open. It will not connect to you. Okay. And then now, coming to the human relations. In these human relations, in the last class, I have shown you the picture about an old man who was 72 years old and he was sitting on the tinna. And several pictures I have shown. You may remember. Why? Nobody are coming to him. Nobody are going to him. One should treat older people with love and affection. He is neglected, that old man, in the village scenery because of his old age. And he was an expert, 72 years old man. Isn't it? All the things he learned. Now, reading A, in this reading A, the topic and the lesson is the journey. What is the name of the lesson? The journey. Before starting the lesson, I would like to introduce the author. We should know something about the author in particular for each and every lesson. Okay. Here I have given a passage, a paragraph about the author. About the author. You may also see the picture there in the left side of the page. He was the author of this lesson, The Journey. Ishi Durji Taungchi. Ishi Durji Taungchi was born in May 1952. Is a prominent name in Assami literature. He was an Assami. He belongs to Assami state. And he wrote several stories. And he was a famous writer in Assami literature. He wrote several novels also, essays. Though he grew up in poverty, he studied well and entered Arunachal Pradesh civil service. He was born in a poor family. He was not rich. His parents were not rich enough to educate him. Even though he was a poor, he studied well and entered into the civil services. What are civil services? IAS, Indian Administrative Service, IPS, Indian Police Service, IRS, Indian Revenue Service. Isn't it? They are rich and costly to study. You should master. You should attend some coaching centers and spend some money. Even though he is poor, he attended the civil services examinations. He writes fiction. Fiction, what is a fiction? It's a novel, nothing but a novel, a long narrative story using some characters in it. Drama, playlets, one night plays, and essays in Assamese and English. Assam language, he belongs to Assami, so he wrote several essays in it. He has received a national recognition also. National recognition was given to his novel. What was the name of the novel? Mauna Aunt Mukhar Pradai. Mauna Aunt Mukhar Pradai is the name of the novel, to which he also won Sahitya Academy Award also. He was also given Sahitya Academy Award in the year 2005. Many of Tangchi's novels, we said that he has written so many novels. Among them was a Sonam. Sonam is one of the biggest novel, which was dealt with the cultural life of Monpa, the cultural and civilization and the traditions of Monpa and the Sardang Pen tribes of Arunachal Pradesh. He belongs to tribal area, so he wrote several essays, stories about the tribal people. Justice, we say, scheduled tribes. This is some information about the author. Keep in mind, who is the author now? S.E. Durji Tangchi. He was a Assami writer. You also should write at least some poems at this level. At the 10th class level, you should have interest. Write at least small stories, imaginary stories. During the lockdown period also, you might have written because plenty of time. Okay. However, now we will come to the lesson, the journey. First of all, I would like to ask you the meaning of journey. Journey. What is a journey? You should pronounce it as
Prayanam.
you should pronounce it as a journey, not a journey. You should not pronounce it as a journey or silent journey.
Journey.
What is the meaning of journey?
Prayanam.
Prayanam.
Travel, isn't it? A trip or a travel.
Travel one place to another place.
Yes. So now, in the next month, 5th, the government is saying that schools will be reopened on 5th. Now, you're all in our houses, isn't it? Even after the reopening, that is the 12th, you haven't attended the school. You have to attend the school if the government announces. You must start from your native places. You are far away from the schools, isn't it? No doubt that residential school, you are staying here only. You are having facility, boarding and lodging facility. You must stay in the hostel, isn't it? You have to travel from very far off places, even from Kurnool, Anantapur, Kadapa, Chittor, surroundings areas, isn't it? So now I will show you the picture here, one picture. Are you able to see the picture here now? Students?
Yes, sir.
Yes. Now you see so many means of transportation.
Wait.
Means of transportation. You make a travel. You see?
Sir, disturbance is sir.
I can't hear.
Disturbance is sir.
I can't hear what you are saying. Now, Purushottam, what do you want?
Disturbance is sir.
ఇక్కడ రారా ఇట్లా ఇక్కడ ఉన్నావు కదా ఇక్కడ చూడు
ఏందిరా
ఓకే సార్.
డౌట్ ఏం చెప్పరా రే నీ డౌట్ ఏంది
డౌట్ కాదు సార్, డిస్టర్బెన్స్ వస్తుంది సార్ సౌండ్.
సరే సరే
Okay.
మ్యూట్ చేసుకోండి అందరూ.
So now you are seeing some vehicles, isn't it? On the right side, bottom, you see the bus, isn't it? It is a bus, it's a means of transportation. If you want to travel one place to another, if you want to go to far off places, you must use bus, isn't it? Now you are coming and going in the bus. It is one kind of transportation, means of transportation for passengers. And above that, there is a car, isn't it? So car is also one of the means of transportation on the road. We travel by car sometimes, isn't it? Some of you are owning a car. They own a car, their own car. They use it to travel here and there. And in olden days, even now, there are few those who are using cycles. You see, cycle, bicycle. Why do you call it as a bicycle? It has two wheels. By means two. Biological science, biochemistry. Bio means two. Here two cycles. Bicycle. Even now, in nook and corner of the villages or in the small towns, there are cycles. Now it has gone. Scooters, everywhere there are scooters. Most convenient. Two-wheelers you call it now. And by air also we are traveling, isn't it? You travel in the air also. How? How you are traveling in the air? By
Aeroplane.
preferring aeroplane in the air, very fast, isn't it? Far off countries, we have to travel by air, through aeroplanes. You know, aeroplane was invented by whom? Wright
brother.
Very good.
Wright brother.
Yes. Aeroplane was invented by Wright brothers. Can you say what kind of voice is it? Voice. Active voice or passive voice? It is an active voice. If you change it into passive voice, how can you write it? How will you write it? The aeroplane was invented by the Wright brothers. The Wright brothers invented airplane, isn't it? So in this way, you have to learn the contextual grammar also. Not grammar thoroughly, but contextual grammars also we must learn. And write in your notebooks whenever you come across, whenever I am saying, or whenever you find in the readers even. Okay, so these are some of the ship also there. You come across a ship. It is a voyage. You say it is a voyage, not a travel. It is a voyage. We do voyage. Columbus discovered a sea route to India, isn't it? The sea route to India was discovered by Columbus.
Vasco da Gama.
It is a Vasco da Gama. So this is the means of transportations that we have. So here in the human relations, especially in the journey, it is a beautiful lesson. Among all the lessons, especially myself, I like this lesson very much because it is one kind of ethics, one kind of good moral to students like you and the parents like us. Okay, now we will start the lesson, the journey. Have you readers with you, dear students? Do you have readers? Please respond.
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Yes, sir.
If you have readers, please look into the readers. If you have readers with you, please look into the reader, the journey. It is a language, isn't it? In the previous classes, you learned about the story, the brave potter. It is a supplementary story, isn't it? And then you learned the poem once upon a time. Now it is a reading. Okay. Now I will read out the first paragraph. Now I will read out the first paragraph. Please look into the reader carefully. Okay, shall I start? Shall I read?
Sir.
Shall I begin?
Okay, sir.
Yes, okay.
Okay, sir.
Yes, sir.
Now you should do two things. One is you should look into the reader, the first paragraph, and you have to listen. You have to listen to my reading. You have to listen to my reading also. అందరూ మ్యూట్ చేసుకోండి. Please mute your phones. There is a disturbance. You see how the cock is crowing. Huh? Even at 12
ఏ
o'clock.
బాబు మ్యూట్ లో పెట్టుకుండ్రా.
Even at 12 o'clock in the afternoon, the crow is crowing in our village. So
మీరు మ్యూట్
that,
లో పెట్టుకోండి. సారు కుతుం తడిగేటప్పుడు మీరు అన్మ్యూట్ చేసుకొని చెప్పండి.
your crow is also not waken up. It seems sleeping. Yes, okay. I am reading now. Please listen carefully. There are so many difficult words you come across. Please write it down in the notebook. I have to verify. I will verify. Okay. So the author himself is saying the lesson. The author himself is narrating the story. After spending a leisurely Sunday at home, the very thought of returning home to work on Monday is tiring. Lethargy creeps in if the holiday continues over an extended period. That is how I felt when I was preparing to return to my place of work after spending 6 months at home. The fact that I was to leave behind my newly wedded wife and go to a far off place did not help either. Obviously, I did not want to go. This is the first paragraph. Actually, in the classroom, you have to read the paragraph. You have to comprehend. You have to read and read once or twice silently in the classroom. Then we will ask you some difficult words that you are find in the paragraph. When you are reading silently, we will write down all the words, difficult words in the blackboard and explain to you. And then we will ask you again to read once or twice the same paragraph. Then I have to ask some questions that is called global questions, WH questions, yes or no questions, stack questions. Okay, all types of questions I will test. Whereas as it is an online class, it is a Zoom class, we can't do this kind of practice. So how many of you are reading? I don't know now. You have to bend your neck, head, and read the passages silently. Instead, I am doing reading. Now I read once. Again I will read out. Reading the same passage. In this lesson, the writer himself is narrating the story. So he is saying to the readers, after spending a leisurely Sunday at home. Leisurely. What is a leisure? Feel free. Rest of the time. Rest or relaxed. After completing Sunday at home, we also feel sometimes difficult to attend our duties. Now, for example, you see, during this lockdown period, nearly including our summer holidays, we have completed how many months? 5 months of time we have completed. March 22nd, April, May, June, July, August, September, 22nd is over. 6 months, more than 6 months, we have leisurely completed without any work, isn't it? So now the government is asking you to attend the schools by 5th of this month. How do you feel? Some are happy to come to school, and some of you are how? You are hesitating, you are not liking, because lengthy of period you have spent in your homes leisurely, isn't it? We are not showing interest to come again. In the same way, the writer, the author, Yang Ji, is also expressing his views, thoughts. Now, he spent so many days, so many months, and last day is a Sunday, and he have to travel and report to his duty. You see, some of working in the military, there are so many employees, military. They are coming to their houses, to the native places once in a year or once in 2 years. They are taking long leave, maybe 4 months or 5 months. After spending, it is somewhat difficult for them to go back, isn't it? They feel difficulty and they feel unhappy, especially in some same way. The writer is also spending his time leisurely at home. The very thought of returning to work on Monday is tiring. When he want to go on Monday, it is very tiring. Tiring means what is tired? You also tired. If we do some continuous work, we will become tired. After a long tedious journey, we become tired. Write the meanings: leisurely, rest, relaxed, tiring, become tired. So lethargy creeps in if the holiday continues over an extended period. Lethargy means lazy. Lethargy. What is lethargy? Lazy. No energy for doing any work. If you are in a home leisurely, we feel very lazy. We won't do any work. If we have our routine work, attending school, we are getting up early in the morning, we are taking bath, we are getting ready, having breakfast, and attending to the classes. Even the teachers also attending the classes regularly and teaching and giving homework, extracting work from you, office work, they are attending to their duties. If it is on Sunday, we won't do all these activities. Getting up is late, having breakfast is late. Even bathing also we won't do sometimes. We won't take bathing on the Sundays and leisurely time because kanile. In the same way, we will proceed. So the writer is saying lethargy, very important. Lethargy means lazy, no energy for doing any work. If the holiday continues over an extended period, actually you have to attend the school by 12th of June. You haven't attended, it is extended. Extended means lengthen. Extended means lengthen. Lengthen period. If it is extended, you become too dull, too lazy. In the same way, the writer is also not showing any interest to go and attend to his duty. That is how I felt when I was preparing to return to my place of work after spending 6 months at home. See, how long months did the writer spend his holiday? How many months? 6 months. Nearly 6 months time. He spent his time in his home. Isn't it? So he felt. I felt means I refers to the writer. I is the author. And he said, again, it is very difficult for me. Preparing and going back to my work is somewhat difficult for me. The fact, the truth that I was to leave behind my newly wedded wife. What is the real fact that the writer is feeling here? He is now newly wedded. It is only one word. Newly wed wife. He got married in the period of 6 months time. He came from his working place to his native place, and his stay in the native place was 6 months. During the 6 months time, he was in his native place and he got married. Now, what is the difficulty? What is the truth behind it? His laziness, his lethargy, his uninterest that he got married. His newly wedded life, newly wed wife have to live in the house, and he alone should go to his working place. That too, a far off place did not help either. Now he have to travel. Now he has a journey to very far off place. That is the truth. So he is not showing any interest. Now he is having the mood of lazy. That is a lethargy. Okay. Do you follow? If you are not following, not understanding, please ask me. And then obviously I did not want to go. Obviously means understood. Obviously means understood. Easily recognized. So this meant I did not want to go means the author did not want to go to his working place. This is the first paragraph. Do you understand? Anyone? Please respond.
Understand, sir.
In the first paragraph, what happened? The author came to his native place and he was extended a period taking leave, and he was very lazy and he is not interested to go back and join to his duty, because the truth is he is a newly married. Okay, next, second paragraph. However, I finally did decide to go. I did not have much to carry by way of luggage, just a trunk. Ours is a hilly terrain. Don't make noise. Please, students, don't make noise. Ours is a hilly terrain without any motorable roads, and there is no certainly that we are ever going to have any roads. In any case, while coming home, we do not carry bedding. Besides, I had come home this time round for a special purpose, to get married. My parents had arranged my marriage according to the customs of our tribal society. Time flew, and 5 months into my marriage, I realized it. Initially, I thought of extending my leave, even taking unpaid leave. But after some dilly-dallying, I finally decided against it, because marriage had increased my responsibilities and I had got into debt. D-E-B-T, debt. Huh? You should not pronounce it as a debt. It is a debt. So again, I will read out the same passage. Please look carefully. However, I finally did decide to go. I did not have much to carry by way of luggage, just a trunk. Ours is a hilly terrain without any motorable roads, and there is no certainly that we are ever going to have any roads. In any case, while coming home, we do not carry bedding. Besides, I had come home this time around for a special purpose, to get married. My parents had arranged my marriage according to the customs of our tribal society. Time flew, and 5 months into my marriage, I realized it. Initially, I thought of extending my leave, even taking unpaid leave. But after some dilly-dallying, I finally decided against it because marriage had increased my responsibilities and I had got into debt. So now, whatever the ideas the author has, whatever the difficulties, whatever the lethargy he is having, he must go. He must leave his native place and he must travel and he how to reach his destiny. I finally refers to the writer, the narrator. Now he is saying, I finally decided. The writer now decided to go and join into his duty. I did not have much to carry by way of luggage. Now you are also attending to your schools in the next month. I am saying several times. Next month is your reopening day, school time. You have to carry your trunk boxes, bag and baggages, books, your belongings, everything. You must carry a luggage, bags, isn't it? In the same way, the writer also now, we have to carry the luggage. What is the luggage? The things that belongs to you. The things that belongs to you is called luggage. You have to carry it. Just a trunk. What is the luggage now? A trunk. What is a trunk? It's a box made of iron. Trunk, you get three meanings. Trunk, elephant trunk. Elephant is also having a trunk, long trunk. Just it is like working as a nose to it. Isn't it? And the trunk of a tree. Tree has a trunk pot. And also a suitcase like made of iron sheet. Trunk boxes in our dormitory also you have trunk box in which you keep your belongings, maybe clothing, textbooks, other important things in it. So that is the trunk. Now he has a trunk that to be carried. Ours is a hilly terrain. Ours refers to theirs. Theirs refers to the writers, the narrators, native place, and surrounded by hilly terrain, hilly area, terrain, open area. Hilly area, terrain means open area. They have to walk a long distance, nearly 2 kilometers, 3 kilometers distance. You have to walk by foot. So, as a village, there are no motorable roads. Motorable roads. Just I have shown you means of transportations: cycle, scooter, car, lorry, bus. No facility at all. They have to come by walk only. They have to walk on foot. Motorable roads that can be used by motor vehicles. ప్రయాణం చేసేదానికి వాహనాలు వెళ్ళేదానికి దారి లేదు, నడిచి వెళ్ళాలి. రోడ్ అంతా కూడా గుంతలుగాను రాళ్ళమయంగాను ఉన్నాయి. అలాంటి రోడ్లు నడిచి రావాలి, లగేజ్ తీసుకొని. And there is no certainly that we are ever going to have any roads. Certainly, clearly they don't know when they will get roads in their village, to their village. So there are no roads, formed roads. They have to walk in the paths. In any case, however, while coming home, we do not carry bedding. He came to home, his native place, without so much of luggage. He left his luggage, that is bedding material, also in his working place. Besides means in addition to. Also, besides, I had came home this time around for a special purpose. What is the special purpose here? Do you understand from the passage? He came home. Why? Huh? Did he avail any leave, long leave, sick leave, or any purpose? The purpose is to get marriage. He want to
Married.
get married,
Married.
isn't it? Some of our teachers also working in our school, guest teachers, isn't it? So many teachers are bachelors now, you know. Sometimes they are getting marriage. Recently, our Mahesh sir also got married, and Nagarjuna sir also got married. So when they want to go home, they will apply leave, marriage leave, nearly 10 days or 15 days or 1 month also, isn't it? Similarly, in the same way, the writer also came with one intention, one purpose. What is that purpose? To get marriage. My parents had already arranged my marriage. Already his marriage was arranged. By whom? Who arranged his marriage? Their parents. Their parents already arranged a marriage to this writer. According to the customs of our tribal society, how they are arranged the marriage? Is it a love marriage or arranged marriage? It is an arranged marriage. That too, according to their customs, traditions, culture, వారి యొక్క ఆచారాల ప్రకారం, వారి యొక్క ఆచార వ్యవహారాల ప్రకారము పెళ్లి కూడా రెడీ చేశారు, నిశ్చయం చేశారు. As per the tribal society, just I told you, the writer belongs to tribal area, Assami area.